Do you like the place? James asked, pulling out a chair for me. It's beautiful. I smiled, trying to ignore the stares from other couples. You didn't have to do all this. Of course I did. It's your birthday, he grinned, leaning back like a man proud of himself. You deserve everything, Anna. I laughed softly. Everything. That's a big word for you. Not big enough. His eyes sparkled in the candlelight. God, I loved those eyes. The waiter arrived with champagne, and James raised his glass. To my beautiful wife. To us. To us, I echoed, feeling. Warmth spread through me. For a moment, everything was perfect. Guess what? He said. What? I have a surprise for you later. Another one. This dinner is already more than enough. Oh no, he smirked. You'll see. I giggled like a teenager. My heart swelling. You're too much sometimes. He reached across the table, brushing his fingers over mine. And you love it. I nodded, whispering, I do. The food came, but I barely tasted it. I kept thinking about the surprise jewelry. A trip. Maybe he planned something romantic at home. After everything we'd been through, I wanted to believe tonight meant something. Stop smiling like that, he teased. You're making me nervous. I'm just happy, I said softly. It's perfect. Smiled, and for a while. We just talked about work, silly things, future plans. I felt safe, loved. Then his phone buzzed. James frowned at the screen. His hand twitched, almost hiding it, but I saw, what is it? I asked, sipping my wine. Work, he said too quickly. Sliding the phone face down on my birthday, I laughed. Tell them to leave you alone. Yeah, he mumbled, but his eyes didn't meet mine. The phone buzzed again. Just check it, I said lightly. Maybe it's urgent. He hesitated, then grabbed it. His thumb flew over the screen. Slips collaged, a little but enough. For me to notice. What's funny? I asked. Nothing. It's just a meme from a friend. A meme? I forced a laugh. Let me see. I could use a good laugh. He froze just for a second. But it was enough, James. He slid the phone into his pocket. Later, okay, let's not ruin the mood. The air shifted. I couldn't breathe. Ruin the mood. Ha, it's just a meme. Anna, please, he said, his voice tight. Can we just enjoy? Tonight? Something cold spread through me. My hand shook as I reached for my glass. It was hiding something. Excuse me? I said, forcing a smile. Bathroom. Before he could respond, I grabbed my clutch and walked fast, heels clicking, on marble. My heart pounded as I locked the bathroom door and leaned against it. Calm down. It's nothing, a meme. It's all. But my hands moved on their own, pulling out my phone. I opened our shared account one that synced messages. And there it was. A. Text from her, Rachel, my best friend. Can't wait for tonight. My stomach twisted. My vision blurred. Another text appeared right under it. You promised me this would be the last time we hide. I dropped my phone in the sink. Her breath came in short, sharp gasps. No, this couldn't be real. My birthday. My husband. My best friend. The door shook. Anna, you okay? James's voice was muffled. I stared at myself in the mirror. Mascara streaked my cheeks. I looked like a stranger, Anna. He called again. I opened the door slowly. He stood there, smiling like nothing was wrong. You okay, babe? I whispered. He kissed my forehead. Come on. Bringing dessert. I followed him back, my legs numb. The waiter placed a small cake in front of me. Happy birthday, written in chocolate. Everyone clapped. James leaned close, his lips brushing my ear. Happy birthday, he whispered. His phone buzzed again. The screen lit up. Can't wait for tonight. Asterisk, I slammed the bathroom door shut and turned the lock. My breath came in short, sharp bursts. The mirror showed a woman I barely recognized, mascara streaked, eyes wide, lips trembling. Calm down, I whispered to myself. Just calm down. But I couldn't. Every laugh from the dining room cut through me like glass. I heard his voice. I heard hers. Were they laughing at me? I pressed my hands against the counter, forcing air into my lungs. No, no, this isn't happening. Not them. My phone buzzed. Another text lit up. Don't be late. I need you tonight. From her, a sob clawed its way out of my throat. I covered my mouth, shaking so hard my phone almost slipped. The door shook lightly. Anna. His voice was calm. It's too calm. I'm fine. I choked out. Are you crying? No, I lied. Turning on the faucet so we'd hear the water. Come out, babe. Everyone's waiting for you. Everyone. Who is everyone? Just us and, oh God. I just need a minute, I said, gripping the sink until my knuckles turned white. Silence. Then footsteps fading. I stared at my reflection again. Spring, stupid? How could you not see it? Images flashed in. My head. Late night meetings. Her checking on me when he worked late. The way he defended her when I joked about her being clingy. All those smiles. All those lies. I sank to the floor, curling into myself. My heart pounded so loud I thought it would shatter my ribs. My phone buzzed again. Another message. He's yours for now, but not for long. I threw the phone across the tiles. It clattered, screen glowing like a cruel joke. I wanted to scream, wanted to rip off this dress, this makeup, everything that made me feel beautiful an hour ago. The door rattled. Again. Louder this time. Anna, open the door. No, my voice cracked. Leave me alone. Don't do this here, he said, voice dropping. Come out. Why? So you can run back to her. Silence. Then what are you talking about? Play dumb, I shouted, slamming my palm against the door. You think I wouldn't find out? Find out what? His tone was calm again. It's a calm. About you and Rachel. Her name tasted like poison. He didn't answer. Not a word. Breathing on the other side of the door. That's what I thought, I whispered bitterly. Finally. He spoke. We need to talk. No, I spat. You need to leave me the hell alone. Anna, his voice softened. It's not what you think. Oh, really? Laughed bitterly, tears spilling again. Because what I think is that my voice broke. And my best friend have been laughing behind my back for God knows how long. The knob twisted. The door stayed locked. Thank God. Open the door, he said, firmer now. Why? So you can lie to my face. You've done enough of that tonight. Please, just listen. No. I pressed my forehead to the wood. I don't want excuses. I don't want apologies. I want to forget I ever trusted you. His sigh came heavy. It's not that simple, isn't it? I shot back. You cheated. You betrayed me. With her. Stop yelling, he hissed. People are staring. Good, I screamed. Let them see what you did. There was a pause, then his voice dropped low, almost dangerous. Anna, open this door. Now. I froze. That Tony'd never heard it before. Cold, sharp. Like a man who wasn't afraid of breaking things. My hands shook as I stepped back. I'm not opening this, I whispered. Not tonight, not ever. His knuckles rapped against the door again, slow this time. You're making a scene. You made this scene the moment you texted her on my birthday, I spat. Silence long enough. For me to think he walked away? Then Anna, his voice softened again, almost sweet. Please, let me explain. I stared at the door, tears dripping onto the tiles. Part of me wanted answers. Part of me wanted to never hear his voice again. Go away, I whispered. Not. Until we talk, there's nothing left to talk about. Yes, there is. No. I swallowed hard, gripping the counter for balance. There's only one thing left. What? Goodbye. The knob rattled violently, making me flinch. Then it stopped. A deep breath. Then 3 slow knocks. Anna, he said softly, we need to talk. The lock clicked under my trembling fingers. I opened the door slowly, and James stood there, arms folded, eyes dark. Finally, he muttered. I brushed past him without looking. Move, Anna, stop. His hand closed around my wrist. Don't. Touch me. I yanked free, my voice sharp. Don't you dare touch me. He exhaled, running a hand through his hair. We need to talk. I laughed bitterly. About how you've been screwing my best friend. About the messages. About my birthday being the perfect night to humiliate me. Anna, say? Something that doesn't make me hate you more, I snapped. His jaw clenched. For a second, I thought he'd deny it. I prayed he would, but then I love her. My stomach dropped. What? I love Rachel, he said, voice steady, eyes cold. I've always loved her. I stared numb. The words didn't make sense. They couldn't. You love her? I whispered. And me? What was I? You were, he sighed. Safe? Safe. The word burned like acid. Safe, I repeated, almost laughing. I was your wife, James, your partner. You're my mistake, he cut in. I stumbled back like he'd slapped me. Your mistake? Yes. His tone was sharp now. We rushed into this. I tried, Anna. I really did, but I can't keep pretending. Pretending. My voice cracked. Pretending that you loved me. That we had something real. I did care about you, he said quietly. But not like I care about her. Her, I whispered. Rachel, my best friend. The woman who held my veil at our wedding. She was there for me when you weren't, he said, eyes narrowing, my blood boiled. When I wasn't? Gave you everything, James. I sacrificed for you. I believed in you when no one else did. And I'm grateful, he said calmly. But gratitude isn't love. I felt something inside me snap. Tears streamed, but I didn't wipe them. So what now? You just confess, and I disappear. Before he could answer, the door opened. Rachel walked in. Her heels clicked on the floor like gunshots. She was dressed in silk, hair perfect, lips red like blood. And around her neck necklace I bought her last Christmas. Hi, Anna, she said softly, a smirk playing on her lips. I froze. My breath hitched. You don't look at me like that, she said sweetly. It's not my fault you couldn't make him happy. Rachel, I whispered, voice shaking. You were my best friend. I was, she said with a shrug. But things change. People change. You stole him, I said, fists trembling. She laughed. Sweetheart, you can't steal what doesn't belong to someone. James stood silent, like her words were gospel. You're disgusting. I spat at both of them. Stop being dramatic, she said. We didn't plan this. It just happened. Just happened. I barked out a bitter laugh, like the texts, the late-night calls, the vacations you couldn't make because of work. She tilted her head, smiling. You figured it out. Good for you. My knees went weak. I grabbed the chair for balance, staring at the man I loved. The friend I trusted. You to deserve each other, I whispered. Finally, James muttered. You understand? I looked at him, my heart shattering. Understand what? That I wasted years on a man who never loved me? He didn't answer. He didn't even flinch. I hope you rot together, I hissed. Rachel chuckled, stepping closer. Or maybe we'll thrive. You know, James always said you never understood him, that you were too small for his dreams. Her words sliced me open. I wanted to scream, to hit something, to make her bleed the way I was bleeding, but I didn't move. I just stood there, tears drying on my cheeks, rage replacing pain. You done? I said coldly. Rachel's smile widened. Almost. She reached into her bag and pulled out a folder. Sign these. I blinked. What is that? Divorce papers, she said, her voice smooth as silk. Set him free. James didn't look at me. Not once. I stared at the papers, then at her. My hands curled into fists so tight my nails dug into my palms. You want me to sign them? I said quietly. Yes, she whispered, leaning close enough for me to feel her breath. Sign the papers and set him free. Asterisk, it's done, James said, not even looking at me. I stared at the table where the papers lay, my signature bleeding across the page. That's it. That's it. His voice was flat. No, sorry. No goodbye. What's the point? He shrugged, eyes on the door. We both know this is better. For you, I said bitterly. For both of us, he corrected. I laughed, hollow and sharp. Tell yourself that. Rachel touched his arm like she owned him now. Maybe she did. Ready to go? She's softly. James nodded without hesitation. Yeah, I swallowed the lump in my throat. Don't worry about me, I said, my voice shaking. I'll survive. You always do, he muttered, walking out. The door clicked shut and silence swallowed me whole. The studio smelled like damp wood and stale paint. I dropped my bag on the floor and stared at the cracked walls. This is home now, I whispered to myself, even though it didn't feel like one. The rent receipt was crumpled in my hand. Most of my savings had vanished in a single swipe. I opened my banking app. The number glared at Mebberly enough for groceries. Great, I muttered. I sat on the mattress on the floor. No bed frame, no couch. Just me and the echo of my choices. At night, the walls groaned like they hated me. Sleep never came. Instead, I stared at my phone screen. Brightness burning my eyes. Instagram was a graveyard of everything I lost. There they were, James and Rachel, smiling like they'd won some prize. Her caption read, "Finally found my forever." I wanted to throw the phone, smash it, but my fingers kept scrolling, picture after picture. His arms around her waist, her wearing my necklace, him kissing her forehead like he used to kiss mine. I bit my lip until it bled. You deserve each other, I whispered. The rage was a pulse in my veins. But under it, something else stirred, something sharp and alive. I sat up, wiping tears with the back of my hand. No more crying, I told myself. Not for them. But night stretched long and whispers of failure filled the room. One evening I called Mom. Anna. Sweetheart, how are you? Her voice cracked like static. I'm fine, I lied. You don't sound fine. I just needed to hear someone who doesn't hate me. No one hates you. They left, Mom, both of them. And my voice broke. Oh, honey, she sighed. Come home, please. I can't. Not yet. Why? Because I need to prove something. To who? To myself. There was silence. Then, softly, you're stronger than you think. I swallowed hard. I hope so. Days blurred. I applied for jobs like throwing darts in the dark. Rejections piled up. Some didn't even bother to reply. Bills laughed in my face. The fridge was almost empty. My stomach growled as I scrolled through more pictures of them at fancy dinners. Enjoy the wine, I muttered. I can't even afford milk. But every time I felt like giving up, I remembered his words. Safe. Mistake. I clenched my fists. Watch me. Tonight was worse. The rain hit the windows like fingers tapping, mocking me. I lay on the mattress, staring at the ceiling. My phone buzzed. Another pity text. Another ad. I reached for it, ready to ignore. Then I saw the subject line. Job offer. Urgent. I froze. My heart kicked against my ribs. Hands shaking, I opened the email. And there it was, words that lit up the darkness. An opportunity. Big, life-changing. I read it again, barely breathing. This could be it. It's the start of everything. My phone felt heavy in my hand as I stared at the email. I read it again, lips moving. Marketing assistant. Starting salary, benefits. It wasn't glamorous. Not even close. But then my eyes stopped on the company name. James. Rachel, the same place he once laughed about. You'd never survive there, Anna. Too competitive. I whispered it like poison. Not good enough, huh? My thumb hovered over the reply button. I called Mom. Should I take it? Do you want it? I don't know. My voice cracked. It's their company. There was a pause. Will it hurt? Yes. Then maybe that's why you should. I laughed softly. You're supposed to talk me out of bad ideas. Sweetheart, she said, calm and sharp. Sometimes bad ideas make the best comebacks. I stared at the screen. A reflection in the black glass looked like a stranger eyes hard, jaw tight. I hit accept. The building was glass and steel, towering, like judgment. My palms were slick when I pushed through the revolving doors. First day, I muttered, forcing a smile at the receptionist. Name Anna Wells. She typed, nodded. You're on the 12th floor. Marketing. Elevator doors closed around me, sealing me in with the thrum of my heartbeat. When they opened, the floor buzzed with chatter, heels clicking, bones ringing. I forced my step steady. My new manager, Lisa, greeted me with a grin. Early, nervous, I admitted. Good, nervous means you care. She handed me a badge. You'll fit in fine. Fit in. The words tasted like a dare. I turned to Dan froze. Rachel. Her laugh cut through the air before her eyes did. When they landed on me, her smile faltered. Anna. Hi, my voice was steel wrapped in sugar. What are you doing here? Working. I clipped the badge to my blouse, hands steady, though my heart wasn't. Her gaze flicked over me like I didn't belong. Brave or smart? I smiled, sharp as glass. James appeared, then coffee in hand, looking too perfect for someone. So cruel. His eyes widened. Anna, James. He blinked like I'd walked out of a grave. I work here now. I cut in. Since when? Today his jaw tightened. This is crazy. No, I said softly. This is life. Lisa cleared her throat. Orientation starts now. Rachel leaned in as I walked past. Good luck. You'll need it. I smiled without warmth. Luck's overrated. Hours crawled. Training videos. Passwords, faces that blurred together. But their stares burned at the edges of my mind. At lunch, I sat alone, stabbing lettuce with my fork. Voices drifted from a nearby table. He's on this floor today. Who? The CEO. The untouchable here. Why? Checking the new campaign. I chewed slowly. Untouchable. The name rolled through the whispers like a warning. Then the air shifted. Conversations hushed. Footsteps calm, heavy. Certain. I looked up. And there he was. Tall, dark suit, sharp lines, presence like gravity. People moved without being told, clearing his path. His face was carved from something colder than stone except his eyes. They were fire. He spoke to no one, just scanned the room like a king surveying pawns. Until his gaze hit mine, I froze. Fork suspended. His eyes didn't slide past like they did with everyone else. They stopped. Held. My pulse roared in my ears. I dropped my gaze, heat crawling up my neck. Don't look, someone whispered near me. He doesn't like attention, but I could feel the weight of his stare pressing into my skin. I packed my lunch with shaky hands and slipped out into the hall. The elevator dinged. I stepped in, praying for the doors to close. They didn't. He walked in, the air thinned to nothing. I gripped my tote, eyes on the floor numbers. His voice was low, smooth steel. Anna Wells. My breath caught. I turned, heart pounding. He was watching me like I'd already answered. His lips curved, not quite a smile. I've heard about you. Asterisk Anna Wells. His voice rolled like distant thunder. Yes, I breathed. I've heard about you. What did you hear? He didn't answer. The elevator doors slid open and he walked away without a glance. By morning, the whispers had spread. Adrian. Cole spoke to you, Lisa asked, half thrilled, half terrified. For 5 seconds, I muttered. 5 seconds is more than most get. I didn't respond. Couldn't shake the way his eyes had pinned me like a blade to the wall. An hour. Later, an email hit my inbox. Report due by 5 p.m. Market analysis, comprehensive, no template. No details, just that. I walked to Lisa's desk. Is this a joke? She scanned the screen, color draining. Adrian sent this. Yes, comprehensive means everything. Trends, projections, competition. That's a week's work. He wants it in 8 hours. Her eyes widened. Anna, I'll do it. My voice didn't shake. Not once. The day became a blur of data, graphs, coffee that tasted like burned hope. My fingers flew, my mind sharp with something beyond fear. By 4:59, the file uploaded. At 5:02, another email. My office. Now, his office was glass and shadows high above the city. He didn't stand when I walked in. Sit. I sat. My heart didn't. He delivered. His tone was unreadable. You asked. I delivered. You think that's enough? Yes. One corner of his mouth twitched. Interesting. I swallowed. Hard? Is that all? For now? His gaze burned through me like a brand. You can go. That night I stayed late. More work. More tasks, each harder than the last. People started noticing. Overachiever, someone muttered by the printer. Ambitious, another said. Almost like it was a sin. I ignored them. On Thursday, as I crossed the hall, James leaned against the wall like a memory I wanted to erase. Well, he said. Corporate chic looks good on you, James. If I didn't slow down, he matched my pace. You really took the job here. What are you trying to prove? That you were? Wrong. About what? He smirked. Everything. Come on, Anna. We both know this isn't you. You don't belong here. I stopped, turned, smiled like ice. You're right. The old me didn't. But she's gone. His jaw tightened. Don't play games you can't win. I stepped. Closer. Watch me. His smirk faltered. Good. By Friday, exhaustion clung to me like smoke. But so did something else. Power. Every task he threw, I caught. Every deadline I crushed. And Adrian noticed. I felt it in the way his eyes followed me when no one else dared to look. Danger, that's what I saw there. And something darker at 7 p.m. When the floor was empty and the city glowed beneath the glass, my phone buzzed. Adrian Cole, my office. Now, I smoothed my skirt, ignored the tremor in my hands, and walked. The door loomed like a secret. I stepped. Inside, he didn't look up from the papers on his desk. Just said, low and slow, close the door. The clock hit 9. The office was a graveyard of glowing screens and silent phones. Adrian leaned back in his chair, sleeves rolled, tie undone, like the word untouchable didn't apply after dark. Still here? His voice was low. A hum of command, deadline. I stacked the last file, trying to sound steady. You've hit every deadline. His gaze locked on me. Why? Because failure isn't an option. Not an answer. It's the only one I've got. Studied. Me like I was a problem he wanted to solve. Or break. Sit. He gestured to the chair across from him. I should sit. I sat. My pulse roared. Tell me something, he said. What? What makes you fight like this? Most people quit. Maybe I'm not most people. That I know? His eyes burned in the dim light. So, what happened? Why do you care? Because I don't like mysteries on my payroll. I laughed, sharp and bitter. Fine. You want a story? Here's one. I believed in someone who swore he loved me. Built a life with him. Till he decided someone else was better. His jaw tightened. He left you. Oh. He replaced me while I was still there. Took everything me trust, my pride. And smiled while doing it. Adrian's hands curled into fists on the desk. His name? Why? Planning a hit. His gaze didn't flinch. People like that, his voice dropped to steel. They always pay. Something in the way he said it chilled me and warmed me all at once. You don't scare easily, I said. I don't scare at all. Is that a warning? Consider it perspective. The silence stretched thick as smoke. I felt the weight of his words settle in my bones. Warning, promise, both. The door burst open. Adrian James froze. Mid-step color draining like someone pulled the plug. His eyes landed on me. Then on the coffee by Adrian's elbow. Then back to me, interrupting. Adrian's tone could slice glass, James stammered. Didn't know you didn't ask. Adrian rose, towering, lethal calm. Problem? No. I just needed the Baxter file. Take it and close the door on your way out. James hesitated. I didn't blink. He grabbed the file, voiding my eyes like they burned. Adrian watched him leave, then said clear, deliberate. Like he wanted every wall to hear she's the most valuable person in this company. The door shut. My breath caught. And the shift began. Asterisk, I heard what they're saying about you. Mia whispered by the copier, eyes darting. Let me guess, sleeping my way to the top. Her mouth twitched. You're not surprised? I'm not bothered. You should be. She's the one spreading it. Of course she was. By lunch, whispers crawled through every hallway. Her laugh echoed behind me, sharp and fake. I kept walking. At my desk, Adrian's voice cut through the noise. Office. Now, inside, he shut the door. You hear it. Loud and clear. What do you want me to do? Nothing? His brow arched. Nothing. I handle my own battles. You're not alone in this. The words slammed into me harder than they should have, I know. Then act like it. His tone softened. They want a reaction. Don't give them one. Easier said than done. You've done harder. That night my phone lit up. James, I stared. Answered. Can we talk? His voice cracked like old glass. No, please. It's not what you think. It's exactly what I think. Sheesh. Not you. I laughed. You figured that out now? Just meet me. Click silence. Next morning I walked in like nothing happened. He avoided my eyes. She didn't. She leaned against my desk, smile dripping venom. Late night, she purred. Not as late as yours, apparently. Her jaw ticked. You think Adrian actually cares about you? I don't think about you at all. Her nails dug into the wood before she spun away. Adrian called me in again that afternoon. They're losing control, I noticed. Let them burn. You really don't care? I care about results. You deliver. They don't. His eyes pinned me in place. Stay focused. I need you. The words hummed in my chest all the way home. My phone rang again. James, I let it die this time. Power tasted better than revenge. Midnight. A knock. I froze. Heart slamming, opened the door. She stood there, mascara streaked, voice shaking. He left me. She stood there shivering, mascara streaking down her cheeks. He left me, she whispered. I leaned on the doorframe. Congratulations. You earned it. Her lip trembled. Please, can I come in? Against every instinct, I stepped aside. She collapsed onto my couch, clutching a pillow like it could save her. I thought he loved me. I laughed, cold and sharp. That line sounds familiar. I didn't know what he did to you. You were there, Mia. You helped him do it. I thought her voice cracked. I thought I was different. You're not. Tears streamed down her face. He cheated on me too. With someone else from the office. Some intern. Wow. I folded my arms. Karma works fast these days. She reached for me, desperate. Please forgive me. I was stupid. I lost everything. Job, him. You didn't lose me. I cut in. You threw me away. Her sobs filled the room, but I felt nothing. Not anger, not pity, just empty. The next day, Adrian's voice was ice. Why was she at your apartment? You have cameras everywhere? I have people everywhere. His gaze pinned me. Stay away from them. She's nothing now. She's dangerous when cornered. And Adrian's jaw flexed. Worse. Don't let curiosity drag you down. I'm not curious. Stepped closer, voice low. And prove it. But I couldn't. Hours later, I found myself at a Barthwan he used to love. And there he was, James. Slumped over the counter, shirt wrinkled, glass in hand. Wow, I said. How the mighty have fallen. His head jerked up, eyes bloodshot, face hollow. You came. Don't flatter yourself. He laughed, bitter and broken. You look incredible. I feel incredible. You're still mine. I laughed so hard, heads turned. Mine. You can't even pay for your drink. His fist clenched. He's using you. Adrian'll ruin you. He's the reason I'm standing while you're drowning. Come. Back, his voice cracked. We were perfect. No, I said, cold as steel. We were pathetic. A shadow fell over us. Heat pressed against my side. Adrian. He slid an arm around me, firm and unyielding. No, he said, voice like fire. She never was. Asterisk, did you hear? Chloe whispered over coffee. I glanced up. What now? James fired. Security walked him out yesterday. My lips curved. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. She leaned closer and Mia, gone. Vanished? No calls, no emails. Poetic. I murmured. Chloe smirked. You're untouchable now. I didn't reply. But inside I felt if shift. The throne they built on betrayal had collapsed that night. Adrian called me into his office. Close the door, he said. My pulse jumped. Everything okay? Sit. I obeyed, feeling the weight of his stare. You've done more for this. Company in months than most in years, he said. Thank you. I'm not thanking you, he said softly. I'm telling you what comes next. I tilted my head, which is, he moved closer. Leaning against his desk. I want you beside me, not just as an employee. My breath caught. Adrian, I'm not asking for an answer now. His eyes locked on mine, unflinching. Just don't look back. The words sank deep, louder than my heartbeat. Later, I stared at the city lights from my apartment. His voice echoed in my head. Don't look back. Could I? After everything? Love had burned me to ash once. But he wasn't fire with steel. And I wanted to believe steel wouldn't break me. Morning came. And with it, silence. No calls from Mia. No whispers about James. Just me, moving higher, stronger. When I walked into the boardroom, eyes followed. Respect, not gossip. Adrian nodded at me across the table. And for the first time, I felt it powered that was mine. Later that night, I left the office late. The streets glistened with rain, neon lights bleeding into puddles. And then I saw him, James, sitting on the sidewalk, clothes torn, hair matted. His eyes lifted. Hollow and wild. Please, he whispered. I stopped, looked down at the man who once crushed me, and I smiled. Asterisk, he whispered again, please. I stared down at him. Rain slicked his hair to his forehead. His hands shook as they reached toward me, filthy and trembling. Please, what? I asked. My voice was calm, steady, in a way it never was with him before. Help me, he croaked. Just help. I almost laughed. Help. You didn't think I needed help when you were shoving me out the door. His eyes flickered with something like shame, maybe just hunger. I was wrong. Wrong? I tilted my head. Wrong when you cheated. Wrong when you said I wasn't enough. He swallowed hard. I was stupid. No, I said quietly. You were cruel. He opened his mouth, but nothing came out. It's just a soft sound, like air leaving a broken balloon. I crouched close enough to see the cracks in his face. Look at you, I whispered. The empire, the money, the girl, gone. His jaw twitched. It's not what it looks like, it's exactly what it looks like, I cut in. You built your life on lies. And now you're sitting in the ruins asking me to save you. His eyes shone with something desperate. I loved you. I laughed. It slipped out sharp and bitter. You loved control, and now you've lost it. His hand twitched toward me again. Please, just something to eat. A place to sleep. For a second, just a second, I thought about it. The nights I cried alone. The days I dragged myself through work pretending I wasn't broken. But then I remembered, I'm not broken anymore. Stewed, my voice was soft when I said, you were right about one thing. His eyes lit, as if hope could bloom in dirt. What? I wasn't enough for you, I said, because you were too small to see me. His lips parted, but no sound came, And now, smiled. Now I'm too much for you. His breath hitched. Please, I turned away. The rain felt different as I walked, lighter, like it wasn't weighing me down anymore. Adrian was waiting at the car. He opened the door without a word, but his eyes searched mine. You okay? He asked. I nodded. Better than okay. He studied me for a long moment. You didn't have to face him. Yes, I did. I slid into the seat, the leather warm against my skin. I needed to know. Know what? That I don't need revenge, I said softly. I don't need him to suffer. Adrian started the engine, the hum filling the quiet space between us. So, what do you need? I looked out at the city lights blurring through rain. Time, I whispered. Some things don't need revenge. They just need time.